start, so do laugh. And if you want to when they come on, because they come out of a costume, you'll really like it. So I expect you'll want to applaud. Clap like it. 20 seconds, when it gets about 5, they come on.
Human nature being what it is, we're all a compound of good and bad. I suppose at one time or another we've all had a stab in the back, which has temporarily made us lose faith in our fellow human beings. On the other hand, an unexpected act of kindness can quickly restore that. I'm here today to ask people for their views on the two faces of man. Excuse me, sir?
Hello.
Tell me, do you believe that man has two faces?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Well, of course, if he had, you wouldn't be using that one, would you? You're ugly.
Excuse me, madam.
Miss.
Oh, miss. May I ask, do you consider that man is a mixture of good and evil?
Oh, I think men are dreadful. I was having a bath the other day and I found the window cleaner looking at me with his lecherous eyes. He wanted me to let him in, but I couldn't.
Oh, of course you couldn't.
No, the blasted window was stuck. Are you married?
Well, as a matter of fact, madam,
Oh, good.
No,
well, look, I'm looking for a...
No, please, madam! Excuse me, sir.
Oh, yes, I was.
Tell me, can you recall anyone ever doing you an unexpected good turn?
Oh, yes, indeed. My dear old dad did. He married a 19-year-old wife, upped off and left her the lot.
That doesn't sound like a good turn to me.
Oh, we're not complaining, are we, Mummy? Come along, darling.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, hello, honky-tonks. How are you? Nice to see you.
Thank you. Tell me, sir, has anyone ever pulled a dirty trick on you?
Oh, yes. Rupert, my next-door neighbour, did, only last week. Fixed me up with a blind date.
What happened?
A girl turned up. Oh, I was livid. Livid I was I? I was.
Did.
See you.
Excuse me, miss?
Oh, hello.
No, here's a charming young lady.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you, miss, do you believe that man is a mixture of good and bad?
Well, I can only say my fiancé is good all through. Even in business, he's scrupulously honest.
In other words, he'd never tried to put one across you. Well, I mean, he wouldn't do you even when you had your back to the door.
Oh, you are awful. But I like you.
Well, there you are. There's bad in the best of us and good in the worst of us. But everyone accepts the dual nature of man.
Come out from under there, Nora. I want to have a word with you.
Oh, don't go on at me, Vi, please. I couldn't help it.
When will you remember that when Aladdin says, "Go forth, my sturdy, trusty steed, my message deliver with all speed," you turn left and not right?
Well, I get all confused back there in the dark.
That's the second time this week we've fallen off the stage into the orchestra pit.
Sorry.
Wouldn't mind, only I have to go with you. Wasn't so bad last time when I fell on the flute. This time a chest got in the way where the drummer banged his cymbals together.
Look, Vi, I've said I'm sorry.
Oh, and for goodness sake, don't wear your curlers in the second house. My backside's looking like a waffle.
I'm fed up. I hate being a horse.
Oh, you're always complaining. You didn't like it when we were Daisy the Cow and Jack and the Beanstalk last year.
Well, I didn't like being milked. That Jack, he didn't care where he put his hands.
Sometimes I wonder why I got myself lumbered with you.
I like that. It was you wanted to break into show business. I was quite happy working in the laundry.
Well, you always wanted your face in front of the public.
Well, my face isn't in front of nothing. It's behind. You're behind.
Oh, give over moaning. You always knew you'd have to start at the bottom.
You decent. Now, listen, you two. I've had just about enough. There will be no more drinking on stage, understand?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, no, we don't.
Oh, yes, you... If I see one more brown ale bottle coming from underneath that horse's tail, you will both be fired, understand?
Well, if we didn't have to double as the 40 thieves, we'd have time to nip round to the bar for a quick one, wouldn't we?
Yes.
And who thought up that bit of business where the horse cocks his leg against the maypole in the Merry England scene?
I did. I thought it'd be good for a laugh.
Well, cut it out. This is a family show. I've already had a lot of complaints from parents about your language when the horse goes out and mingles with the kids in the interval.
Well, I can't help it. Every time I open the horse's mouth, some little monster throws a lighted fag end into it.
Yes, and you should just see where they stick their empty ice cream cartons.
Well, I am just telling you, watch it. That is all. Watch it.
Silly little upstart. He'd laugh the other side of his face if he knew what we knew.
Yeah. What do we know?
Aladdin's pregnant.
She's not.
She is.
Well, I must admit, I thought she was getting a bit heavier. You know, in that bit where she leaps on our backs.
You mean where Aladdin says, "Gallop, gallop, my sturdy charger, I must save Princess Abanazar"?
Yeah.
The end of the run, we'll be galloping off on our hands and knees, dear.
Here, Vi, I wonder who the father is.
Father? Oh, the genie of the lamp's been up to his tricks again, hasn't he?
I'm sick of being in panto, aren't you? Cool, I wish we could break into film.
Oh, yes.
You decent. Now, listen. That silly cow, Princess Abanazar's gone and done it. I've warned her so many times, but will she listen? No. So one of you's got to go on for it tonight.
Why? What's happened? What's she done?
Well, she was having a bath and she fell out of the wash basin.
Oh.
Why we bothered to put that sign up there, I do not know. Anyway, you both know the part, so I don't care who goes on, and I'll send a chorus girl to play the other end of the oars. Oh, and whatever you do, make sure that you don't make too big a burk of yourself, because I happen to have Bernie Delfont in front tonight. What am I saying? Mr. Bernard Delfont.
Princess Abanaz. It's a lovely part.
I know.
Bernard Delfont. Oh,
Yes. Looks like somebody's big chance, doesn't it?
yes. And I know whose. Mine. Mine, I tell you. At last I can get out the back of that lousy old horse and reveal my true talents. Show the world that I'm a real artiste. And you're not going to stop me. It's what I've always wanted to see.
I know, dear, and you deserve it.
Oh, yes. Yes, I knew you'd say something like that. You and your rotten, filthy, vicious tongue. You never said... Pardon?
I'm happy for you. It's the opportunity of a lifetime, and you should grab it with both hands. Tonight you'll earn the applause. You'll feel the glory.
Oh, Vi, but I thought that...
I know, my love. I know what you thought, and I forgive you. And you can't keep good talent down. It's your turn to go to the front.
Vi, I don't know what to say.
And in years to come, when I see your name in lights, I shall say, I knew her when she was only a horse's backside.
Vi, I feel so ashamed. I'm so ashamed of all those horrible things, what I said to you. You're a true friend, you really are, and I won't never forget it when I become a star. You can be my dresser.
Thank you, dear. Go out and knock 'em dead.
Oh, my God. I've just thought.
What?
What about my face, my face?
Well, they can't blame you for that, love.
No, I mean makeup, you see. I never have to wear any. I haven't got none.
Oh, Vi will help you. There's some in the cigar box in the cupboard, love.
Vi, bless you, bless you. Whereabouts is it?
Down the bottom, dear.
Oh. Oh! You let me out, you rotten thief!
I'm sorry, love.
Use it
Yes, tonight it's your turn to go to the front of the horse.
What on, son?
Carry on, Crouch.
Stop! Class, salute!
Meter, the basket's gone beaten, no matter what drivers they say. When they have found one that's free, we defeat them, we cover it up straight away. Singing, double yellow line, very heavy fine, we love to have them, the motorist terror are we. Right on shit, shake 'em up a bit, we just adore it. Our mothers were married, you see. Bob, Bob.
Yes, the Warden's anthem always brings a tear to me eye, that does. That and they're digging up Father's grave are a couple of classics, I reckon. Well now, class, as you know, you are rapidly approaching the end of your training course, and I propose to devote this time to a quick recap of some of the basic principles. Now, can anybody here tell me the main function of the Warden? All through.
To assist the motorist at all times and to do everything possible to speed the flow of traffic through congested areas.
Wrong.
That's what it says in the handbook, Chief.
The handbook. A blind. To defeat the stupid Nellies, that's all. Now, you've all been sworn in under the Official Secrets Act?
Yes, Chief.
Right, check the door, Crouch.
Stop! All clear, Chief.
Right, now I'm going to reveal to you the true purpose of the Corps of Wardens. It is this: to clear all the roads of this Great Britain of ours of a pestilential scourge known as the motorist.
Singing, double yellow line, very heavy fine, we love to hound them.
Strode, lad. Take a grip on yourself, lad. Save it for the High Street.
Note the salient features. Cap, scarf, driving gloves, and a soppy leer.
It's him and his rotten ilk who should be driven off the roads and back into the garages where they belong.
May I ask why, Chief?
A very intelligent question, my darling. If you'd like to remain after class, I'll be only too happy to expand on it. Tell him the answer, Crouch.
Sir! Last year, 12 million motorists paid £25 an aid into what is laughingly known as the Road Fund. A fraction of that money was actually spent on roads.
Exactly. A state of affairs we cannot allow to continue. If there were no lousy motorists to wear them out, we wouldn't need no roads at all. And that 300 million quid could be put to a better purpose.
Like what, Chief?
Employing more wardens, of course.
You smiling at Johnson? Wipe it off! Who ever heard of a warden smiling?
Right, right. The only thing we permit is a slight snigger when you're slapping a ticket on a hearse outside an undertaker.
And in such cases, please use the proper ticket provided. The one with the black edges.
Now then, in order to assist you to obtain the proper number of prosecutions, we have preferred one or two little visual aids. The first idea was submitted by a warden from Barnstable who was immediately awarded the MC. That is the motorist curse. Right, Crouch.
Stop!
Now, an illustration of the warden's first commandment: do not wait for a motorist to commit an offence. Force him to. This is Cocky Charlie. He's got about 30 seconds left on the clock and knows that once he gets in that car, you can't touch him. That was a ploy won a warden from Ipswich a free pleasure trip round a car breaker's yard. Now we come to the ladies, bless them. Look at Warden Ironmonger there. My God, I wish I had 50 more like her. I'd take on London transport. There wouldn't be a bus left on the road.
We ain't allowed to do them, are we, Chief?
No, unfortunately no, lad. A word of warning to you, though. Don't muck about with Rolls Royces.
But isn't that class distinction?
Yes.
Anything else we should watch out for, Chief?
Well, there is the cautionary tale of Warden Eager of the Westminster Beat. He was in Buckingham Palace Road when he slapped a ticket on a big black car with no number plates and a flag on the bonnet. He got a quick whack on the bonds with a polo stick and was last seen buffing up the Traitors' Gate with a tin of metal polish.
Shall I roll the next film, Chief?
Yes, carry on, Crouch. Now, this next little wheeze is best left to our feminine comrades. Here you see the bane of our existence, the legal off-street parker. What, we ask ourselves, can we do to wipe the smoke off his face? Next Monday, you'll all be launched on the streets as fully fledged wardens, and I only hope you'll do your worst. And I leave you with this thought. The man who drives a car today is every warden's easy prey. Just place your foot upon his bumper and shove a ticket up his jumper. Carry on.
Most gratifying, very satisfying.
Anybody going to Actonville?
Yeah, I am, Chief.
Good. Some stupid, silly, lousy policeman has towed my car away. Come on.
Haven't you called yet?
What's the panic? I'm waiting for Lil. She's upstairs putting her hat on.
Better hurry up, otherwise you'll be late for the pictures.
All right, all right.
Oh, don't keep flicking your ash all over the place.
Well, that's nice, that
Pride
is.
in the house.
That's nice, that is. Coming from someone who keeps a brace of ferrets and 24 racing pigeons under his bed.
Oh, that's very nice, that is. After I've given you a quid to go to the pictures of me, an old age pensioner.
All right, if that's the way you feel about it, you can have your money back. I'm just as happy sitting at home watching the telly.
Telly don't work.
I thought of another thing, too. It's Thursday. Why aren't you down to Boozer playing shove halfpenny with your mates?
I've stopped frequenting that establishment. It's full of doddering old men swilling pints.
Oh, who's talking?
Here we are then. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Isn't it nice of Dad to pay for us to go to the pictures, Ernie?
Yes, very nice. And very suspicious.
What are you wearing my apron for, Dad?
I reckon he's on the turn.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks again.
Right.
You're not up to anything, are you?
Oh, yes, I've got Gina Lollibrigida and Raquel Welsh coming round to play sardines.
Oh, that's all right then. Ta-ta, see you later.
May I have the honours of having this waltz with you?
Oh, I'm never so sorry. Must be the wrong house. It is
miss you. You crafty old rascal.
What are you doing back?
The car wouldn't start, so we scrubbed it.
Where's Lil?
She's gone round the corner to get some fish and chips.
Yes, well, here's another quid. Take a taxi.
Oh, no, mate. I'm not going to the pictures. There's something funny going on, and I want to know what it is.
Oh, my God. Here. You're feeling very tired. Your eyes are getting heavy. You want to go upstairs for the kick?
No, I don't, mate, so you can bung that right up your ruddy jumper. Hello, there's somebody at the front door.
No, it's not. There's a bell in your ears.
Somebody at the front door. I swear I heard the bell go. One minute. It's somebody for you.
Mr. Ledwick.
Miss Dolly Williams, I presume?
Yes.
Yes, well, won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you. And, who's this gentleman?
Me?
Oh, he's my brother, my younger brother. Ernest, yes.
How thoughtful of you to provide a chaperone.
Yes.
Delighted to make your acquaintance.
And you too. Have you known each other long?
No, as a matter of fact, this is our first meeting, isn't it, Mr. Ledwick?
Yes.
It was arranged by the Valletto Road Matrimonial Agency.
Oh, was it?
Yes. And when I saw the Major's name on the register...
The what?
I thought... The Major. Your brother here. It says you was a Major in the Guards.
Yes, well,
What he's really trying to say is his left bosom was in the Guards, but his neck was in the RAF.
Now, Mr. Ledwick.
Yes.
Oh, may I call you James?
Yes, Dolly.
I understand that you are financially quite well pleased, what with your string of horses and your mushroom farm.
Yes, well, what I get from the horses helps out with the mushrooms. And how's your little commercial hotel in the Fulham Road? Is it doing well?
Oh, yes, very well, yes. Bed and breakfast and no nonsense, £2 a night.
Oh, yes. And what is it with nonsense?
Blimey, ain't it marvellous how the rich live?
Here we are, cod and chips all round.
Oh, good evening. Ernie, introduce me to your friends.
Oh, yes. Allow me to present Major Lampwick, late of the Brigade of Guards, and this is his intended.
Oh, pleased to meet... what are you going on? Stop mucking about. That's Dad, that is. What you wearing that wig for, you silly old fool?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
you deceitful old man, you. And I bet you never was a major, neither.
I doubt if he was even a Lance Corporal.
Oh, yes, I was.
Oh, and to think I paid £5 for this introduction. You and your string of horses. Why, you two-faced old devil.
Before you start leading off at my dad, I've seen you somewhere before.
I think not.
Yes, in the ladies' loo at the factory where I work, because you're in charge of it.
Seems we were both a couple of liars, didn't it, eh?
Thought you put one over on me, did you? Well, I'll tell you, if we had got married, you'd have had a nasty shock on our wedding night. Have a look at that!
Here we are, darling. Here we go, I'll take it back. That's it. Just get rid of it up there. There we are.
Please, Peter, you must give me time to adjust. After all, it's not every day I run away from my husband.
Yes, I know how you feel. I feel a bit shaky myself. After all, it is the first time I've left my wife.
But it had to be, didn't it, darling? It was absolute purgatory living next door to you and being unable to touch you.
It was much worse for me, seeing your underwear hanging on the line every Monday morning.
We must take our happiness while we can.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me is Clive. I know he's going to be so broken up. I only hope he doesn't do something silly.
Ah, here we are, sweetheart. Bang it up on the wrap, old girl. Now, good show.
Angela!
Peter! Clive!
Good God.
What the devil are you doing with my wife?
I might ask you the same question, old boy.
Well, if you'd really like to know, we're running away together.
You rotten swine.
Well, what about you and Angela?
Yes, well, I suppose I'm a rotten swine, too.
You don't mean that you too...
I'm leaving you, Peter.
For Clive. Angela, how could you? My best friend!
Oh, that's rich, sitting there practically seducing her husband.
That's different. We love each other.
How long have you two been carrying on?
Well, if you really want to know, 6 months.
Ha! Gotcha. We've been at it 8 months, haven't we, darling?
Shoot, Rotter, you don't mean to say that you two have, you know...
Yes.
Certainly not.
Yes, certainly not. I'll lay you 6 to 4 that you two haven't, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, darling, having been married to you, it's either don't be so disgusting or can't you see I'm reading?
I find this all extremely embarrassing. You might at least find another compartment.
I don't see why we should. Perfectly comfortable here, aren't
You
we?
always were a selfish, unreasonable brute.
And as a wife, my dear, you were a flaming disaster.
How dare you speak to her like that? When you've been living with my wife for a few months, you'll realize that Helen is an absolute little treasure.
And she'll find that as a husband, you're a perfect bore.
Can I see your tickets, please?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much.
I'm afraid we nearly missed the train and I didn't have time to get a ticket.
Oh, where are you travelling to, sir?
Bournemouth.
You rotter, that's exactly where we're going.
Not the Cranley Arms.
Where we spent our honeymoon, darling. I say, what a night that was. I must give you a word of warning, though. The walls are so thin, you'll have to oil the bed springs before you start any nonsense.
You unutterable cad!
That'll be £5 and 10, please, sir.
Oh, Lord, I forgot to go to the bank. Darling, you haven't got any change, have you? Darling, you haven't got any change.
I don't think so, darling, no. Peter.
Well, I'm a bit short myself. Angela?
Here you are, darling.
Thank you, Poppet. Here you are, sweetheart.
Thank you, Angel. Here you are, dearest.
Thank you, sweetie. You are gorgeous. I'm sorry.
Well, I only hope you can all wait till you get to Bournemouth, otherwise I'll have to draw the blinds.
I was going to post this to you, Clive. My farewell letter.
Oh, thank you, darling. It's damn decent of you. Well, here's one for you, darling. Might as well save a stamp.
I've written to you too, Peter.
Oh, thank you very much. Here's yours.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
So you knew all the time?
About what?
About the blonde bit who worked in the public library.
Well, I got rather suspicious when you went to change your books twice a week and always came back with Marriage for Beginners.
Oh, damn it all, darling. Having been married to you for the last 10 years, I had to refresh my memory.
There, see what you've let yourself in for?
Well, you needn't think you're the only other woman in Peter's life.
No, knowing him, I doubt if you're in the top 10.
What the devil do you mean I thought more of the golf club than I did of you?
Well, so you did, until I made you give it up.
Do you mean to say she made you give up golf?
Yes.
Good God.
Well,
No wonder you didn't leave her years ago.
When we moved next door to you, she took one look at that big garden and bang went me weekends.
Oh, you poor old chap. I say, I feel terrible about this. I'd no idea you were a brother golfer.
What?
I mean, if I'd have known, I'd have never tried it on with your miss.
Life!
Apology accepted, old man.
I mean, after all, I'm club captain this year, you know.
Oh, if I'd known, I wouldn't have embarrassed you like this, Skipper.
Peter!
Well, that's all right, old boy. We don't want those elephant trousers old bags in the ladies' section chewing their false choppers over it, do we? Huh?
Yeah. What's your handicap?
9.
Clive!
So is mine.
Peter!
I say, have you ever played Bournemouth?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a cracking course.
Is it really?
Oh, I say we could have a damn good weekend's golf.
I could borrow some clubs.
And stay out of the club.
Yes.
What about us?
I'm sorry, darling. All that late-night hanky-panky plays havoc with your swing. Say, Peter, old boy, let's go and have a drink.
Yes, splendid idea.
Now, there's a dog leg to the left. I usually play out to the right. See? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, that's it once again. Hope to see you all again next week. Bye.